Hey guys, what's up? Plastic Guy here, coming back with another figure review where today we're taking a look at this new Marvel Legends Venom from the Marvel Legends King in Black Venom and Knull 2-pack. This 2-pack looks absolutely amazing, and when it was first revealed I really thought about picking it up, but I just could not justify that £90 price mark. That is a really expensive Marvel Legends 2-pack, and I decided I was gonna give this one a miss. First of all, I'm just not that familiar with Knull, and that's why we're not going to be taking a look at him on the channel. He does look like a good figure, but I am going to sell him on. Second of all, this Venom looks super gnarly, but I am happy with the Venoms that I've already got. Some of the comic Marvel Legends, the Monster Venom, MCU Venom, and then I've got two Marvel Select Venom figures. They are all great, and even though this guy looked amazing, I thought, yeah, I'll pass on him because that price mark is hefty. But then the inevitable happened. Someone put this 2-pack up on eBay for an absolute steal. I mean, I'm talking about half the price, and I thought by the time I sell Knull on, this is going to turn out like a fantastic deal. I mean, it's already a good deal, but then just to get the Venom, it would have been a no-brainer. So I bought it, it's arrived, and I can't wait to take a closer look at Venom here. But before we do, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think of this 2-pack. While you're down there, if you could do me a massive favour, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. And let's not wait any longer, let's take a closer look at Venom. And so here is Venom as he arrived from eBay with these accessories. I do have the wings, we're going to take a closer look at them. He did come with the original packaging, he came with Knull, and that's all still in the box. I'm going to sell Knull on, as I mentioned, not too familiar with that character, and just don't really have an interest for him in the collection, but this Venom looks amazing, and I really wanted to add him. So let's take a closer look at this guy, and let's start with these massive wings. Once again, I'm not too familiar with Venom having these big wings. I'm not super interested in displaying Venom with these wings, but these are gnarly. These are absolutely crazy looking. I love the shade of red in here. I love all the tears that run right along the wing. I do apologise if I sound weird. I'm still recovering from a cold that I had, and I feel like I sound like annoying as anything, but yeah, here are some tears, some holes. I absolutely love this thing. There's even like sculpted veins if the camera picks it up in these, and it just looks amazing. I think these look so gnarly. As I mentioned, I don't think I'm going to be displaying these with Venom. It's not a look I'm familiar with, but I'm glad to get these because it's such a cool feature. Yeah, you can see that along the top. They are articulated as well. You can just pop these together. They fit together pretty nicely. And I will talk about and show off the wings ported in Venom later on. But yeah, these are really cool looking. The other wing is very similar. I won't spend too much longer. Just, I love the tears on them. Really kind of gives that damaged effect. And then there's the back. So yeah, the wings are awesome, but not too familiar with them. I definitely need to check out that comic. And then we get two alternative hands for Venom, these clobbering time hands. You can see in the back they've got the white patch painted on, which I really like, and you can see veins kind of popping through there. This is the same mould as the MCU movie Venom, which is a fantastic figure. We took a look at that on the channel twice, so if you want to check that out, I'd definitely look at the more recent video. But I love that MCU Venom. I think everyone wanted that Venom with the comic accurate logo on it, so here we finally have it. And we get this alternative head as well, which I actually really like. I wasn't sure what I thought of it when I first saw pictures, but I think this looks great, and it's really reminded me of that capture of Venom we saw in the Spider-Man 2 game trailer. I think the eyes look very similar. The way they're really long and come right up on the top of the head. That grin looks really nice. Yeah, I think this is a great head sculpt, but I think I prefer the one that is on Venom right now. I think this one looks fantastic. Once again, I really like the eyes. The eyes are really shiny. That's one of the first things I noticed when I pulled this guy out the box. The way the eyes popped was really nice. I've got the kind of same complaint I always say with these Venom figures. I don't know if it's just me, but the mouth just looks too clean. I think if it was me, I would darken the pink a wee bit in the mouth area. Yeah, make that maybe more a dark kind of purple vibe. Put some gloop around the teeth, some like dark green spots and stuff. Doesn't have to be overkill. And then put it along the tongue as well. Don't get me wrong, this looks absolutely amazing. I love this sculpt and I do like the colours they've used, but I feel like the stuff that I mentioned would match the vibe of this Venom. So it does look great, but it would be cool to see some Venom kind of dirty weathering going on in there. But that tongue is gnarly. I think that tongue looks excellent. It actually looks like there's a lot of sculpted detail on there, so it is a shame there's not maybe just another lick of paint over that, but yeah, it does look really good. I love the way this head sculpt's turned out. And with every Marvel Legends collector at the moment, I scanned this thing for any quick QC issues because that seems to be one of the big talking points at the moment with Marvel Legends. A lot of collectors having quality control issues. Touch wood, I've not actually had any QC issues like at all really with Marvel Legends. I've had a lot with DC Multiverse and McFarlane, but that's just me, and you know, I'm not denying that a lot of these Marvel Legends at the moment are having these QC issues. I've seen the pictures of them, and as I'm mentioning, I think a lot of collectors are opening these guys up and having a quick scramble because it does seem to be pretty popular, but thankfully this guy looks alright. And the reason I brought that up is because someone got a Venom and it just didn't even have a full eye painted, which would be soul destroying, especially if you're spending that massive price mark that Hasbro's demanding for this 2-pack. So yeah, this guy actually looks alright. And as I mentioned, we've got the MCU body mold here, and it's looking as good as ever. I do really like this mold. I like the black on it, that really shiny symbiote look that it's got. I think it's fantastic. You can see all the veins still popping through that were painted on movie Venom. This of course is a different take on the character, so we don't have those painted veins, but we do get this awesome Venom logo and it just looks great. The only thing I'm going to mention about the white logo here is it does look like the white is the black is a wee bit lighter around the white, as if it's kind of bled out under the black, but it's not too noticeable. It's just a tiny little comment I wanted to make. You can't even really see it on camera actually, but when I'm holding them in hand, yeah, it does look like the white is kind of bleeding out under the black and the black looks a bit lighter. Just a tiny little detail that's probably worth mentioning, but doesn't let the figure down. It still looks fantastic. We've still got the movie Venom feet. I've seen a lot of people swap out the feet on this figure for a more comic looking foot like we've got here. I really don't mind the feet. I actually think they look excellent. I know it's not the most comic accurate look for Venom, but I do really like it. I think it looks great. And then, yeah, you've got the back of the hands and everything. Still got the white patches on them. I like the 2 sets of hands we get with this. And we get the back where I kind of wish you got something to pour in instead of either the wings or the empty holes here. It's not too noticeable, especially from a distance. It doesn't look too bad, but just something to pour in there. Like maybe a symbiote effect or something, just instead of only having the wings as an option, because the wings are huge. It's really going to disrupt a display, and once again, if you're like me, not familiar with Venom with those wings, it would be cool to get some symbiote effects in there. And the only reason I kind of say that as well is because of how expensive this is. Yeah, I would kind of want like an Eddie Brock head and some symbiote effects to really justify that big price mark, but it's just a minor comment again. Overall, this figure looks excellent. I do want to swap the heads over, and I will try and put the wings in just now to talk about that. And here we have Venom with the wings ported in. I'm not going to be able to show off the full thing on camera, but I did just want to give the general idea. And the main thing I want to say about this, apart from it looking absolutely amazing, like it is a spectacle, this thing is fantastic to look at. I love all the detail in the wings. I like how it all comes together. But the only thing I think that's worth mentioning apart from that is I do seem to be having a bit of trouble porting them in. It is a bit of a tight squeeze. They are in there. I'm not really afraid that they're going to come out or anything like that, but I do feel like they could be a bit sturdier. I do feel like when I'm pushing them in, it feels like it's got a wee bit more to go. I don't know, it just doesn't feel like it's totally secure. I mean, it is, but I don't know, it is just when I'm putting it in there, there's nothing that kind of clicks, there's nothing that feels like, boom, that's it in. It feels like it could go a lot further, and I'm not able to. That is definitely as far as it's going to go. But once again, it's kind of just a minor comment. These things look amazing. They are in there. It is just the process of actually putting them in. Oh, and well, yeah, that one just came out. So maybe I do have a point. And so the first figure I wanted to compare to this new King in Black Venom was the Renew Your Vows Spidey, another 2-pack we've gotten for the 60th Spider-Man anniversary. And this is a great Spider-Man. A lot of folks saying this might be the best comic Marvel Legends Spidey. I'm going to go out and say I personally prefer the Amazing Fantasy 15 Spider-Man, but I do think this one looks a bit better next to this Venom. And yeah, I really like the height difference in these two. I think these two look fantastic next to one another actually. Yeah, this looks really cool. I'm really glad we've gotten this comic Venom design on this MCU Venom body mold. But I do think this Venom might work well with the more MCU figures as well. So speaking of more MCU styled Marvel Legends figures, and also earlier talking about how this head sculpt reminds me of that capture of Venom we got in the Spider-Man 2 game trailer, here is our Miles Morales Marvel Legends next to the new King in Black Venom. And yeah, I do think these guys kind of work together. This Miles Morales is one of the best Spider-Man figures we've gotten from Hasbro in my opinion. The sculpt is just amazing. The whole look to him just looks so premium. I mean, it's just a great piece, and I don't know if it is because I'm used to seeing this Venom on the MCU mold that I feel like these guys do vibe pretty well together. To shove another Marvel Legends MCU figure in, here's Doctor Strange, and yeah, I think these guys do vibe okay with one another. I do think Venom is got a wee bit more of a comic look to him though, and he might fit in just a bit better with those comic figures. Yeah, Venom looked cool with Gamerverse Miles, but I think overall he does have more of this comic look to him, so I'm really happy to add this Venom to my collection as a new comic Venom. So here is our new comic Marvel Legends Venom next to our old comic Marvel Legends Venom, and I absolutely love this piece. Even still, I do think it does look a wee bit dated now. The articulation just isn't really there, but next to this guy, I think he's took the cake. I think this guy is a winner. He looks so damn good on that MCU mode. He looks like a much newer and perhaps a much better Marvel Legends Venom next to this guy here. And so there we have it for our new Marvel Legends Venom from the King in Black Knull and Venom 2-pack. And this guy is as amazing as I hoped he would be. This guy's so gnarly looking. I love both the head sculpts that we get. I love the wings, even though I'm not really going to display Venom here with the wings. As I mentioned, not too familiar with them, but they are amazing. They are just incredible to look at. I do have my tiny little gripes here and there with this thing, but for the most part, he is awesome. So many people wanted a comic looking Venom on that MCU body mold, and I feel like Hasbro have definitely delivered with that formula. However, it is pricey, man. I mean, these Marvel Legends keep going up in price, and this 2-pack is probably one of the most pricey it's been so far. £90 for 2 figures. that is a lot. That's £45 each, and at that £90 price mark, if you do have the movie Venom, then if you might be like me and that's alright. As I mentioned at the start of this video, I was going to pass on this, and I do have the movie Venom, and I think that was the main reason why. There's not really much here in terms of money. Like, that movie Venom retailed at £22. This figure's technically 45. I don't know what, I mean, I guess we've got the wings, but apart from that, I mean, the movie Venom had alternate hands, it had an alternate head sculpt. You're telling me the wings are worth £20? I don't know. If this was £90, I'd probably still pass on it. But yeah, I got this for an absolute steal on eBay, basically half the price, and on top of that I'm going to sell the Knull, so yeah, this Venom might work out at just an absolute bargain, which I'm so happy with. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. While you're down there, if you could do me a massive favour, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, guys, please hit that subscribe button. I promise I don't sound as clogged up as this all the time. I'm hoping this code's going to disappear, but feel free to check out the channel page and check out any other videos over there. There's definitely a lot of Venom figures up on the channel. I'll leave the link to my Instagram where I post pictures all the time down there, so it would mean a lot if you could check that out as well. And with all that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching this video right here, and as always, I'll catch yous on the flip flop later. Cheers.